Good morning, everyone. I know it's not morning when you're watching it, but it's morning for me, and it's such a glorious morning that I feel like I should say good morning, if that makes sense. It is the first rock pooling of the year. I'm so excited. It's not the first time I could have gone rock pooling because of weather, but it's the first time I can go rock pooling because my PhD has kept me in a room with no windows for pretty much 4 months, and I just want to be outside. So there's an added level of excitement because this is the first time that I'm able to step outside, and what a glorious day to do so. But there is another reason I am super excited. I've been saving up for quite a while for a new camera, and I've got one. So the camera I'm filming on now, I absolutely love and adore, and that's not what's getting replaced. What's getting replaced is well, it's not getting replaced, it's going to be used still, but it's my GoPro. So I mean, I go on rock pooling all the time and I love what I see, but there's been so many times when I've come home and thought I've got something really cool on camera, and actually what I've got is either something really blurry or like the corner of it. My GoPro, I think, is the Hero 3 Plus. I bought it ages and ages ago. It doesn't have a screen, but for this website and for this YouTube channel, I'm desperate for something that I can take pictures with, that I can video things with, and that I can then, well, I'll just look at the screen and see what I've got. So the camera I have purchased after months and months of research is the Olympus tg5, and it's a tough camera, which is kind of one of their ranges of, well, super tough cameras. It is waterproof down to 15 meters without a case. It's crush proof to 100 kilograms. It's drop proof from 7 foot, so that ain't gonna be a problem for me because I'm only 5 foot. And it's freeze proof, dust proof. It's an insanely robust camera, I hope. It can shoot 4K video, which is cool. I don't know if I ever need to shoot 4K, I normally just shoot in HD. But the two really cool things that I actually love, well, very cool that you've got a screen, that's the main deal, but also it can film in slow-mo, so really high speed. So my YouTube videos are normally in 30 frames per second, but this can film in 120 frames per second, which means that I can pretty much slow the footage right down with it still sticking to the same quality. So whenever we see a fish dart across the screen, I'll be able to slow that right up so that we can properly see it, and I'm hoping to get some really cool behaviours. But the thing I'm most excited about is the fact that it has really good macro and even microscopic capabilities. So without having a macro lens, it can shoot macro really close up. So one of the problems with the GoPro is that their focus length is really far away, whereas this can focus for within like 10 centimeters or something. So if I can put this right in front of a crab, it'll be in focus, whereas a lot of the times I'd have to put the camera at the back of the rock pool, and maybe even then the crab, if it was in the middle of the rock pool, wouldn't be in focus. But the microscope mode, which I am so excited about, can focus ridiculously close within 1 centimetre. Now I can't obviously get up to a fish and stick a camera in its face for 1 centimetre, it's not going to stay. But you know what can't move? Barnacles. And you know what would be really cool zoomed in? Barnacles. And did I mention I love barnacles? So I really kind of just bought that so that I can get lots of close-up pictures of that. But obviously there are lots of other things that are really cool that don't move in rock pools, where this microscope mode is going to come in absolutely key. It's going to be great. So we are at our old stomping ground of Arbroath, the place I first went to rock pool, just because I know it's an easy shore, it's not very slippy, and the tide comes in really slowly, so it's just a really nice kind of beach to be able to focus the camera on. So today's vlog is really going to be a first look at me trying to use this camera for the first time, and then we're going to see what we find. That's pretty much it. The weather is so nice in April. I've got my cap, I've got my coat, my new coat, nice and bright, and I'm going to just chuck my wellies on, and let's just get to it, shall we? Oh, did I mention it's red? So this is the beauty in question. so cool. And this is my favourite bit about this beach. You don't have to faff and take half an hour to walk out, because you just get to this bit and follow it out. So I've stopped at this mid-shore rock pool, and I mean, I'm just gonna give it a go. It's amazing, it's so cool, it's so weird to be dipping your camera in the water. It just feels so alien. Oh my god, the footage is it's such good quality. Oh, we are gonna have some fun. Rock pool we go to, and this absolutely gorgeous little rockling fish was there, this little tiny baby fish. I haven't found one of them here ever before. I mean, they're quite common, but like, I just don't seem to get it very lucky with fish, and it was right there. And the camera, obviously because it's amazing, awesome camera, got it. Oh my god, it was so cute. And exciting, we are going to get some good stuff here. I'm so happy. Okay, that rock pool was awesome. Let's head over out to see a bit more. So that, see what else we find? Oh my god, those rockling babies are so utterly gorgeous. And if the footage looks anything like what it looked like when I could see it through the screen, then it's gonna be gorgeous. You're gonna see how gorgeous they are. This is exactly what I wanted. Like, there's no way a GoPro could get that. The really awesome thing about rockpooling at this time of year is that you don't know what you're going to find. So every year species die back for winter pretty much. They hunker down and try and just last out the storms and the cold weather. But then when it comes to like April time and things have started to warm up for a couple of months, everything has kind of boosted back up a bit enough to breed. So it's spawning, so it's releasing all of the babies into the water, and different species kind of breed at different times. So you're seeing quite a lot of babies of some species, you're seeing a lot less of other ones. You'll come back next month and there'll be lots of different things that have grown up more. So you're kind of hitting lots of different things at once, and you don't know what you're going to find, because maybe one fish has decided to spawn early and they're all there and they're having a great time because there's nothing else competition. But you know, next week all the other babies might arrive and just everything else gets chucked around. A glorious day. So happy. Like, rocklings definitely must get the jump on the gun on all the other fish species and get breeding, because there is tons of them and they are so gorgeous and so cool. So I don't want to disturb them too much, so I kind of just let them swim around on their own, pretty much. So I don't know what I got, but there was also some juvenile common shore crabs. They look very marbled when they're younger, to try and blend in, because I'm pretty sure crabs will still eat, big common shore crabs will still eat juvenile common shore crabs. So they are maxed out on camouflage so that they don't get eaten by their own kind and by everything else. So they are very patterned at this time of year, especially the baby ones. So let's have a look at these rock pools. Not too much going on in that rock pool really, so let's go test this camera in the actual sea. It's always been an actual camera. I don't know if the time I picked it up, but as soon as I put my foot into that sea, a place like flatfish about this big swam off. I panicked, scared the absolute bejesus out of me. I don't know why it scared me so much, but I didn't expect something so big to be there, and it was insane. The sea was good, the sea was fun. Hopefully got some good stuff on here. The only problem with the sea is that it's April and it's cold. I did bring some neoprene gloves, but forgot about that until I got out. So I'm going to head back into some of the rock pools that are a bit further inside, because the water is actually warming up quite nicely, not compared to the absolute freezing thing up there. But that place is the biggest fish I've ever seen when rock pooling. It was huge. Oh, hermit crabs. You can't get over this camera. It's incredible. Now I know I'm talking a lot about the camera, and I suppose a lot less today about the species, but I might go over and re-edit stuff. But today is about getting cute, pretty and awesome footage, and I have tried all last summer to get footage of a hermit crab. I tried positioning the GoPro in different places. I had hours of footage of just blurry hermit crabs, and I tried so hard to get some good footage and some good pictures, and that camera just did it in 10 minutes. I sat in that rock pool. I think the great thing about hermit crabs is they're so trusting. You'll sit in the rock pool and they might go, ooh, but then they're within about, I don't know, 2 seconds, they're like, nah, she's fine, she's our friend, and they will crawl and climb around you, and you can watch them hairless. In fact, I think, obviously I love barnacles, but that might be one of my favourite, definitely one of my favourite rockpool species because they're so trusting and they're so colourful and pretty, and each little one has their own personality, and it's just difficult to capture until now because I physically can capture it. I can capture it with this camera. I'm not a massive fan of wearing gloves when rockpooling. I like to be able to hold the species not tightly, but be able to control how I do it. And I never have gloves. Gloves never fit me because I'm always too short for them. My hands are too small for them. But I'm pumping blood back into my hands, I think, then. Yeah, my hands got very cold then. And I don't think I really noticed how cold they got until I came out of the water, and then there's a bit of a breeze, so the wind chill kind of kicks in. I've got neoprene gloves, so they keep you nice and warm, and you can use them in the water. To tip for the future if anyone's going rockpooling, even in April and even on a day that's super stunning, especially because the tide's coming in, so the tide's kind of filling rock pools up again with nice cold water. I would definitely recommend some gloves because if I hadn't had gloves I would have had to have sat on my hands for about an hour. So there you go. Just one of the other things that an English girl doesn't really take into consideration in Scotland very often. Good job I packed my gloves, so I did kind of take it into consideration. I should have put them on a bit earlier. That the water is still freezing cold. They're getting me now. Scotland, eh? Properly whizzing along, but you can also really see here that so snails like top shells and littorina snails, all that, they scrape off biofilm. So biofilm are tiny microorganisms that settle on the surface of things. You can't see them, but they pretty much cover most of anything that's underwater, things like diatoms and microorganisms, bacteria, and all this different stuff. And they have a really sharp tooth thing called a radula, a bit like a sander, and they scrape off as they go along. But you can really see today the different lines that they produce, so I'm going to try and get that videoed. This end, I've decided that this end is not as good for rockpooling as that end, so yeah, it's a bit near the cliffs at Arbroath, probably more beachy than it is rockpooling. And if you can see, all these rocks are pretty much loose or like stuck in mud, so either they're going to get chucked about and nothing grows on them because I imagine it's quite stormy here, or they're stuck and nothing can grow on them anyway because they're in mud. But I'm going to sit here and have some lunch because the tide's coming in, but I don't think there's any way I can get cut off here. So if I sit here for 10 minutes, it's not going to be a problem. And it's also quite a gorgeous place for a time-lapse video. A lunch pit stop was lovely, and now I'm going to head back to that's the town, and I'm going to head back that way. I'm not particularly want to pack up rockpooling yet. I still got camera battery, so therefore I still got camera battery, so I want to keep going till that goes. And but I think I want to make sure that I'm on like the rocky shore rock rockpooly bit with rock pools in. So I'm going to be heading back that way where we saw all the awesome fish and crabs and stuff, because I can't find anything here. But I am going to have a nose in this rock pool first because it does look promising and it's giant. So win. Rockpooling was absolutely amazing. I imagine that the proof will be in the pudding when I get back and have a look at the footage. From what I can see on the screen, it looks fantastic, and that this camera really is a great opportunity for me to try and use it to promote a lot more marine life and to try and capture some awesome species on film. So I'm very, very excited for this summer, and I'm very, very excited to use this camera. It is really simple and easy to use, especially the underwater settings. They kind of all sort themselves out, which seems good, so I'm pleased with that. It does seem very tough with this camera. It blew my mind, really, compared to the GoPro and what footage you can get with that, which is the only other comparison of an underwater camera I've ever had. This is a massive step up, and I'm very, very excited. There's only this much beach left, and most of that is just pebbles. So despite the fact that the camera battery has yet to die and I've yet to run out of this camera battery, which is very surprising, I have got 2 batteries here though, I think it's time to head home, unfortunately. I could stay out here for ages, forever, but thus is the tide, it comes in, so if I did that I'd be under the sea in about 20 minutes. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to do a more in-depth review of the Olympus tg5 once I've got the knack of all the settings and everything to use as a rockpool camera, but I'm very impressed with it to start off with. This is the start of the rockpooling season. There is only more awesomeness to come from here, so make sure you subscribe and like and share my channel to keep up to date with everything that's going to go on. And trust me, this summer and the content that's going to come out is going to be awesome, because I've been planning it for a while now, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys and to film it and to get it out there. So have a good week, everyone, and I will see you next week. Bye.